And our new head coach of the Washington Redskins, Coach Ron Rivera.
That's it, baby, let's go!
Yes, sir! Washington changed its culture, changed its name, and went from picking second in the draft to finishing first in their division. The Washington football team has won the NFC East.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of the HOGside. I'm your host, CJ the Hog. This is DMV the Champ Brian, and we have a special guest. He is the owner and operator of Sue 365 Clothing. His name is Wise, aka DJ. DJ, what is good, bro?
Hey, how you doing today, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I want to first thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us today, man. I know you're a busy guy making shirts and things like that.
Yeah, always time for my brother though.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. So, you are Washington football team fan. So, without further ado, I want you to just, introduce yourself. Let them know, where you from and what do you do.
All right. Go by Wise King Don, from DC, uptown area. We Washington Redskins, Washington football team, whatever they call it. That's my biggest issue right now, being a fan, me personally, is the name thing. I feel like once they get the name down, like a lot more people from the city gonna gravitate to the team and have that. Like when we was in high school, like that your mascot is everything. Like the school cool, but the mascot is everything. Like for real, you go against your rival, you hate that mascot. You know what I mean? Like it's to me it's something like I'm like, man, we need a name. It's gonna bring culture to our city, just like how the Redskins were. We was unified behind it. Like even though the name had its rockiness to it, we mess with it. We still mess with it. And I just want to see. I want to see what's next. I just want to see what's next. I love the team.
Real boy.
Yeah, definitely. So, man, listen, we got a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. Speaking of, but before we get there, I also want to give some weekly updates and let's what's been going on in the neck of the woods throughout the last week. First thing first, the Washington football team coaching staff has been working out some running backs to add to the running back room. So I don't know how I feel about that. It was like, you thought that, this running back group that we got is, meshing a little bit. Then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, maybe it's, for fail-safe options. Who knows what happens. Antonio Gibson did injure his shoulder. So it's one of those things where it's a fail-safe option right now. So, anything else that, you've been hearing that's been going on down at Washington Park so far, Champ?
No, I was going to say the same thing. I was about to say, I don't understand it. Like just like everybody else, I didn't understand why we need a running back. We need a linebacker more than anything, especially a middle linebacker. But I just think, like I said, your boy has a history of just not lasting long, and he didn't even finish the game last week as well. So that's probably an insurance policy of bringing the guy in. That's more sense than anything.
Right. So right now, seeing how everything is slowly but surely coming together, what are some of the things that is really like frustrating to see? I know like there's some disconnect, on the other side of the ball, on the defense. Looks like the offense starting to come together a little bit. But
Because
then
of
it's like,
Heineke.
grab one, right? Just relax and grab a Heineken. You
Yeah,
know,
it's not even that though, bro. It's the way that offense they react to him. They just like
yeah,
they playing for him. So if he brings energy and the offense looks better with him in it, I don't know. We couldn't even tell with Ryan how it would have looked. He didn't even last long. So the job is for Taylor to lose, and I just hope he balls out, man. I'm rooting for him. I'm still trying to figure him out, but I'm rooting for him.
right. No, I definitely agree. So while we talking about Taylor Heineke, let's talk about the week 2 recap versus the Giants. There was some great things and not so great moments. I'm just gonna throw that out there. First thing first is Dustin Hopkins almost losing that game for us. Um, listen, if it wasn't for that penalty call, right? If it wasn't for that penalty call, I think the game would have been lost, but he did give us a second chance. And, I appreciate it. It's one of those things that you do appreciate, but it's just one of those things like, come on, my God. Like, I can't trust you if it's a 50 yard. If it's a 50 yard or more. I can't trust you. I can't trust you. So it's gonna come, the time is gonna come when when there's actual a chance to win, and you have to make a 54 yarder, and you see Dustin Hopkins walk on the field, and I'm just like, let me just go ahead and turn this game off.
How do you feel? How do you feel about it, bro? I mean, I want to hear from your perspective. How you feel about the last game?
I mean, I feel with the team, like they still working through all this stuff. Like I said, like I feel like they still figuring themselves out as a whole. So like even with the running back situation, like you can't just give up on somebody that quick, like on the team, because the player himself needs to know that the team got his back and
True.
not gonna get rid of him as soon as you make one mistake, type of thing. And like in the culture in DC, like you make a mistake, you done. Like so, like that's kind of,
Yeah,
you don't know what type of mental state some of these players be in, knowing the business of the
absolutely.
league and stuff. Like and that might affect the play on the game and how people approach the game. Like even like how I felt with the Dion thing. Like it was like he came for the money, and there's a lot of people that come here for the wrong reasons, and then the people for the right reasons end up not being here no more. We can't do that. Like as a team,
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. So one thing, hey, bro, one thing that really had me hot was that it was the defense. I'm not gonna lie, it was. I was tired of seeing Daniel Jones run for 10 or more yards. It was like, come
I
on
told
now.
you that before the we even started. I told you that was going to happen. I know there's technical difficulties, so I'm gonna keep it going. But Daniel Jones is going to make plays regardless of his legs. He got some wheels, man. He's got some wheels. So he's going to run and pull it down. They ran the rear option multiple times with him before because they see they was burning us up for it. We was falling for it. It was very obvious, very common sense to see what's going on. Um, the defense is really just it's frustrating right now because we're not seeing the same defense we saw at the other end half of the season. Like I said, they could still be in preseason form, trying to figure the kinks and everything. But man, we got to see something, dog. Like the defense is they're not giving up a lot of points besides the last game. Against San Diego, they kept San Diego to 20. But man, it's just the third down conversions is killing us, man. We can't get off the field. It'd be third and 10, third and 15, and they just where's the pass? I mean, we had 4 sacks last week, but there's not enough pass rush or pressure. I just don't know what's going on right now. And the
Yeah,
linebackers are just pissing me off every second. I've never seen the most timid linebackers I've ever
yeah,
seen.
yeah. Well, you got to think about it like this though. We used to have this issue about in the Gruden area. You know what I'm saying? In the Gruden era. You know what I'm saying? When Gruden was there, we had a lot of issues with that linebacker, with the linebacker going Thomas Davis and things like that. It was a struggle. seeing them guys not being able to convert on a third and short and the third and longs. But just seeing Daniel Jones run for 10 or more yards consistently, throughout the whole game, it was bad. It was bad, and something needs to happen. I'm not sure what Jack Del Rio's doing. This is not the same Jack Del Rio as we've seen in 2020. In the 2020 season, Jack Del Rio was a lot more aggressive, on the ball. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but Jack Del Rio, he has to do something. He has to be more aggressive, especially having this high power offense come Sunday. So it's gonna be a real sight to see. It's gonna be a real sight to see. But as far as this week 2 recap, one thing that I do want to throw out there is, you know, I'm gonna say your boy Heineke, your boy Heineke. His first start, I think it was his first home start, if I'm not mistaken. His first home start, his first,
Regular season start, yeah.
yeah, his first home regular season start. And honestly, I didn't know what exactly I was going to turn out. Um, but one thing that really surprised me is this kid. This kid wants it. Like you can tell he wants it. He make a mistake. He doesn't go on the sideline and he doesn't beat himself up about it. He goes back on the sideline, sit on the bench, grab the Microsoft Surface or whatever they call that thing, and he look back at the play, see what he did wrong, he assess it, and then he makes sure he doesn't make the same mistake next time. These are the type of young quarterbacks that you want on your team. Not saying that he can be the franchise quarterback,
We
but
still don't know.
yeah, we still don't know. Depending on how this season goes, he just might be our franchise quarterback, and we don't have to waste the draft pick on a quarterback that we not sure on. I'm pretty sure you guys see how things has been going with some of these rookies in the NFL so far. So I mean, it's still early, but it that question that you have is, are you really sure that you should have started these running back quarterbacks in the beginning? So but what one thing that I love seeing about Taylor Heineke is his quick release. One, his quick release. Two, his view on the ball. His accuracy might not be to my liking, but those things that you can actually, you can fix. So what do you think about Heineke so far?
Me or DJ?
DJ.
DJ.
I
Hello?
mean, my bad, my John was muted out for a second. I feel like young player, he's showing promise. Like I was saying earlier, like they gotta just give him his chance and see what he's gonna do and show that they behind him. Like you, the quarterback, I feel like is a big pressure one because they the general. Like you gotta be able to be in charge. You gotta be able to take be like you our leader. Like so, if the coach is not saying this is your leader, the player's not gonna do that either. So that's all I gotta see. He just gotta be able to step up and lead the team on that offense, which is not really the problem like that right now. Especially if he get the help on the D where it lighten the load for the offense. Because right now, like if the D is letting them score points, the offense just gotta come back and bang extra hard.
Yeah.
So that's not making this job no easier, no better for him. But he doing the best he can do. So like I feel like he's all right for the position he's in.
All right, let me ask both of y'all just a hypothetical question. While y'all watch the few games of him, who does he remind y'all of?
True Crib, what's up, man? What's up? Taylor Heineke, who does it remind me of?
Who
Oh
does he play
man.
like? Who does he play like to you?
Oh man. That is a very good question. That is a very good question. And people might call me crazy for saying this because I
No, go
see it a
ahead.
little bit. I see a little bit of Kurt Warner in him. I see a little bit. I'm talking about
Nah.
beginning Kurt Warner. I'm talking about beginner Kurt Warner. A
You
little
talking
bit of
about
Kurt Warner. I'm talking
which
about
Kurt Warner are you talking about?
I'm
Jazz
talking
Kurt
about
Warner or Arizona or St. Louis Kurt Warner?
St.
Which one?
Louis Kurt Warner. You know, that young guy who was able to get a second chance and had to prove himself.
Nah, he doesn't remind me of that at all. At all.
And honestly, it's the will to win for me. It's the will to win. He
Yeah.
doesn't give up at all. He
No,
doesn't
and I
give
like.
up. And that's what I like. And True Ken, that was another one that I was actually thinking about too.
He reminds you of a young Drew Brees. I can see a little smidgen of
Yeah.
that in it. DJ, let me hear your suggestion, bro. I'm curious to hear what you think he reminds you of after watching him from the playoffs until now. These three or four stops that he has. What you think?
I'm not even really sure. I don't want to throw no names out there right now. I
Respect.
would, yeah. It kind of, I don't know. I don't know right now. That
He reminds me of two players.
you say you look like a what?
He reminds me of two players. The Drew Brees comment, I can see that with the quick release and everything, but to me personally, he reminds me of two players. And hear me out on it. He reminds me of Russell Wilson with the pocket awareness because he does a lot of the jerking in and out, swerving, cutting in, and moving around in the pocket. He's an escape artist with it. He can get out of the pocket most of the time. So he has that same wiggle room and escaping like Russell Wilson. But at the same time, correct me if I'm wrong, but he got a little bit of Tony Romo type of thing to him though. Like real talk.
Okay, yeah.
The
Okay.
way he, because you talking about gunslinger, he's more of a gunslinger. I don't consider Kurt Warner a gunslinger. Kurt Warner was a pocket quarterback. He's just accurate
Oh no,
as he
he
got
got the
older.
Arizona. He got the Arizona was slinging that thing. You know,
Look who was coaching him. It's Bruce Arians. If you're gonna play for Bruce Arians, you gonna sling the ball, okay?
right. You're absolutely right. But no, that was actually a good comparison with the Russell Wilson, and then going ahead and saying just about the pocket presence. He does have great pocket presence. You can see that when the ball is hiked and the offensive line crashes on the outside, he steps in and he does it every time and he makes a play. Sometimes those plays doesn't fall through, but he has that pocket presence where he's not going to get sacked. He's going to try to make a play. And sometimes that's exactly what you actually need, in a young quarterback. Like this kid was 34 for 46, 34 passes and 34 passes completed and 46 attempts. He had 336 yards, had an average of 7 yards a pass, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. And only got sacked one time.
Hey,
That's,
and question. Listen to what you just said. How many times he threw the football?
46 times.
How many times he been sacked?
Once.
That O line is pretty damn serviceable.
Yeah. Absolutely. About the offensive line, it's serviceable, right? But how long is serviceable is going to get you, and that's what I'm scared of with this
I don't think I'm
next.
gonna be scared though. I mean, I think as the season progresses on, just like DJ said, I feel like this team is still in preseason mode. I said that last week to you. I feel like the first month, and Ron has a track history of starting off slow. His team don't usually start whooping ass and start getting hot until the end of October and on.
Yep.
So the whole first quarter, he's slow.
Right. It's like you said, it's only the second week. Things
And
are
he
going to
kind of
start.
poised too.
Say that
He
again.
Say that again, bro.
he be kind of poised in the pocket, like like I said with the D, like if the D do their part, like it'll let that become like he can, like that pressure on him to come back and score again will fade away. Like
Well, he
especially
can do it.
yeah, like exact. Like if you fade the pressure to have to score, like where you could just think about the next play and not the whole drive. He's good. Like he be in the plays. Like I feel like he's all right on that end. Like he gonna develop, and that's the situations approach, and he handles more of them high intensity situations. He's
Absolutely.
gonna be better.
Yeah, no, definitely. You absolutely right. And so the thing that, like I said, the thing that makes me scared is that this next batch of games that we have upcoming. It's these. These aren't just some games where you just sit back and it's like, oh well, our offensive line is going to be serviceable. I mean, you got to think about it. Look at the next batch of guys that we got, excluding the Falcons, excluding the
Hey,
Falcons,
bro,
right?
bro,
But
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
not going. to I'm
We
not
have
even
no
going to.
position
I'm.
to exclude
Yeah,
no game.
exactly.
I need you to
I'm
understand
not.
that.
Yeah, we not in no position. We are not in no position to exclude anybody. But we have
Nope.
the Bills, the Falcons, the Saints, the Chiefs, Green Bay, and then the Broncos, and then the Bucks. Listen, every team has big time edge rushers.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Cosmi, your work is cut out for you, my guy. It's your work is cut out for you, and I'm ready to see Sam Cosmi step up. And if he doesn't, then he just needs to get benched. If he doesn't improve, he has to get benched. I understand that's our rookie. It's only week 2, but like I said, these next 7 games aren't no slouch. We talking about the Saints here in 2 weeks. The Saints, you know, we
I'm here.
seen how their defense is very aggressive with offensive
They got
lines.
a good defense regardless.
Yeah,
They all got a good defense.
it's going to be it's just, man, I just need to see this offensive line improve a little bit more. Just like True Kim was saying, um, there's tough games ahead. Is the next these next 7 games is going to be a test to see where, if we're able to get at least 3-3 or 4-3 with these next 7 games. I think we can win. I think we can win this division. I think we can win this division. I think that because I think if we can knock off the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, I think the sky's the limit from there. I think the sky's the limit from there.
Yeah, but it comes to coaching, man. I'm sorry too. It comes. It's not all on the players, man. It's the coaching. Like,
Absolutely.
like I said, clock management. Scott Turner is 31. You telling me you got a running back who averages down there over 5 to 6 yards a pop. You want to pass the ball, and then you gotta get sacked, or it's an incomplete pass, or it's a holding call. This team needs to focus on more on discipline. This team just needs to get back to that second quarter half mentality, dog. Just stay humble, keep your head down, work, do your damn job. And like even Ron said it in his interviews, he was like, man, he went back and watched the tape. He felt like a lot of guys on defense was not. Everybody was. They was like. He's like everyone was trying to make a play, trying to make a superstar play or highlight play instead of just doing their job. And he was like, man,
Exactly.
he was frustrated. He was very frustrated with it. So,
Well, you can see it on the sideline.
oh yeah, but for people to sit here and chop up the Curry Jack Del Rio, it's still early. That man has got a long track record, history, and everything, man. I trust him, man. I'm gonna let it be with that, man. Like I said, it's still early. They got until week 6, week 8 or something for us to really get a feel of how this team is going to be. It's still a long season. It's 15 more games to go.
What's up, Ray?
Yo,
Yes, I'm actually glad you touched on Scott Turner. Because listen, let me tell you something. The reason Taylor Heineke would never had that interception if Scott Turner would never called a passing play. It's 1st and 10 past the 50. with less than a minute left on the clock. Why are you passing the ball? Why are you passing the ball?
They're trying to score. He's being aggressive. And I agree with you. It don't make sense.
It's a minute left. We already in field goal range. We already field goal range, and we were winning at the time. Turn the ball over. They kicked the field goal. We lost the lead. I didn't see why you would pass the ball in that situation. And honestly, that is what sent me over with Scott Turner. I'm not going to say fire him just yet. I still want to see a little bit more from him, but you can't make those mistakes anymore. You can't make those mistakes anymore. You can't make those mistakes anymore. But just down the line with the stat sheet, Antonio Gibson, 13 carries for 69 yards. J.D. McKissick, 4 carries for 10 yards. Receiving, Terry McLaurin got hit 14 times. 11 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown. You can definitely see the chemistry with Taylor Heineke and Terry McLaurin. Taylor Heineke trusts that guy. There is trust in this wide receiver core with Taylor Heineke, and you see it. You have seen it every time Taylor Heineke has stepped a foot on the field. People might say, "Oh, why did you pass that?" But he makes the pass, and they make the catch. So it's like he trusts these guys. He knows what these receivers are capable of. So he's going to test the waters. Is it a 50-50 ball? Yes. But sometimes those 50-50 balls we actually need. Those 50-50 balls is what we actually need. And right now, Taylor Heineke has been doing a great job. That touchdown pass was amazing. Hands down to Ricky Seals-Jones. That was a pass that you would see. Honestly, I would say one of the best touchdown catches so far in the league so far, in the season. It was just right on point. And honestly, I just don't see 32 starter quarterbacks right now that can make that pass like that. What, you about to say? You look like you disagree?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna let that go. We've seen Russell Wilson made some crazy jumps. A-Rod makes crazy ones.
I'm talking about 32 quarterbacks. There's not 32 quarterbacks that's starting right now. Out of that 32, there's only a handful that is going to make that pass. And those quarterbacks either have a Super Bowl or has been in the playoffs so far.
Gotcha.
But other than that, I can't see a lot of quarterbacks that's starting right now making that type of pass. But yeah, man, Ray, I hope so. I'm banking on us winning the East again, back-to-back years. We will break the cycle of not having consistent NFC East winner. I want us to break that cycle. So hopefully, this is very hopeful. All right. Looking ahead at week 3 against the Buffalo Bills, what does Washington have to do to secure a win? DJ, what do you think Washington has to do to secure a win against Buffalo?
Oh man, I'm changing shitty diaper right now, man. Keep the show going.
No problem, man. Champ, what does Washington have to do to secure a win right now?
Easy. We just talked about it. I mean, it's 3 things I feel like this team do. Because I know how the fans and everybody got scared because of last week Buffalo cooked on, especially on defense, and they beat the brakes out of. Who did they play though? It was somebody they played. I forgot. They beat the brakes out of them, so everybody is scared already, making it seem like like we're just going to get blown out. I don't see it as a blown out game. Josh Allen last week he didn't look good again. 2 weeks in a row he's starting off slow. He threw for like 50% or less than 50% or at 50% last week. For us to win this game, defense discipline, whole team discipline, penalties has been killing this team, especially on offense when they make a huge play or convert a third down. We got an offensive lineman or a receiver or somebody even just not being disciplined and it's sitting us back, causing problems. Another thing, getting the defense just has to get off the field on third down, man. They got it. They're making some there's if you go back and watch both of these games for the past 2 weeks, has the defense sucked overall badly? I mean, have they been regressed? Yes. Have they still been making plays on defense? Yes. There's been some critical plays. These players are stepping up making plays, but it's not consistently. And it's like the pass rush is not. Yeah, he has a good point, time possession. But you got to also look at it as this way too, though. I want them to play their game. If you go in scared, if Washington goes in, they're watching the film and they feel like they're scared to go out there and compete, we're going to get our asses whooped in Buffalo, plain and simple. We're going to get, we're going to be on here. We're going to be on here. We're going to call it out and be straightforward with it. But I'm confident. Like, I'm really confident. I feel like this team can go out there. Just don't play. Just don't beat themselves. We've been beating ourselves. To be honest with you, we can't go out there and beat ourselves. And then, like I said, if it's a critical time, Ron has to start playing conservative too. If he has to get into that mode, dude, if we're down by 6 or 7 points or something, and it's like 4th and 2, we cross the middle of the field, go for it. Like don't play this conservative thing and try to let your defense. You putting all your faith and trust into the defense. You can see they're starting to slowly regress some. So we just got to step it up and be competitive, man. Like that's all they got to do.
Yeah, no, you hit all the points on the board. On the board. Just to add to it, Ray he also has hit some very valid
Ray
points.
sent messages. I'm looking at it. He's got a lot of points.
He's on it. He's on it as well. Time possession. Right now, we're not good when it comes to these time possession. You know, we won a game last week. You know, by a penalty. I don't want us to win by a penalty anymore.
Nope.
You know, it's right now what needs to happen is that there's a few things. The first thing is just like Ray said, time possession. We cannot allow Josh Allen to get the ball rolling. Whoever is on Diggs, whether it's WJ3 or whether it's St. Jude's or whether it's Fuller, you got to strap him down. However you're going to do it, Stephon Diggs is going to be Stephon Diggs. He's going to get his in. Just like Keenan Allen when we played against the Chargers. He's going to get his in, but you cannot, I repeat, you cannot allow these guys to get on fire. You can't let these guys get the ball rolling. You got to force them to punt, and the defense just have to hold up. What Sir Adam said, we can't let Allen run like Daniel Jones.
He's going to run. He's going to run. I'm telling y'all, he's going to run. He's going to run.
Exactly.
Because Chase Young is going to be coming. Montez is going to be coming. They're going to squeeze that pocket, and it's going to leave that gap over. If you pay attention, that pocket collapses. That pocket never collapses from the front. Every time we play a scrambling quarterback, they crush the pocket. They're suppressing it in, and you leave that whole middle lane. So all the quarterback got to do is take off straight up the middle, pick up easily 10, 15 yards, and it's going to add up. We need Matt Ioannidis to be healthy, dog. We need somebody to penetrate and push that middle. So he got no choice but to step to the outside and bring him down.
So one thing that I definitely seen with the secondary last week is that there was a time, there was a few times where the linebacker, whether it's Jamin Davis or Bobby McCain, they're playing the linebacker package, where the tight end did a 5 and out, and they bit the 5 and out and left that whole middle zone open. That can't happen anymore. There has to be somebody there, whether it's Cam Curl, Landon Collins, or whoever the linebacker is there. Something has to happen. Jack Del Rio has to figure out, what to do with with the secondary. It was just one of those things where it's we just got to see what will happen. Stephon Diggs, um, WJ3. The thing about Jackson, right, is he's not the guy that's going to get that's going to stay on a guy, pound for pound, right. He's the guy that he's going to throw you off once that ball is snapped, so that he can stick on you. Once I've seen it. I've seen it happen a bunch of times last week. Is if he allows Stephon Diggs to get past him, that's a wrap. It's a wrap. So the safeties have to help out, whether it's St. Juiced or whether it's Stephon Diggs. Something has to happen. Um, as far as offense, you got to get Antonio Gibson involved some type of way or fashion. They was trying to get him involved a little bit. He injured his shoulder, so to kind of dial things back a little bit. But this kid was using his body. He's used his body a lot more times in last week than I've seen him do in ever in one game. So you gotta utilize Antonio Gibson, utilize this running back core, not just Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick. J.D. McKissick will also be a big factor in this game as well. But using also Jared Patterson, so he's he's gonna be bar running back. You guys do need one. He's a 49ers fan.
Oh,
But the thing that needs to happen here with this game against Buffalo is you have to make smart plays, and I think right now Taylor Heineke is in the best position right now to lead this team. I think this team is firing all cylinders with him under center. The wide receivers, they trust him. The tight ends, they trust him. They trust him to make the right decisions. And I'm thinking right now is where Ron Rivera and Scott Turner is starting to trust this kid with the decisions, and even with these no huddle offenses that he has been doing, it's been very effective. So I'm very interested. I'm very interested to see how this game is going to turn out. But one matchup that I'm very interested in seeing is that Trey White and Terry McLaurin.
nah.
I'm
I mean,
interested
yeah,
to see.
that's a good matchup. I agree with you. We just need all the fans that's watching. Y'all got to be with me on this. Complimentary football. That's plain and simple what this team has to do. If the defense steps up and getting Josh Allen them off the field on third down, damn it, let's go down, scale some points. We got to score on them. It can't be we can't go out there and have penalties and keep getting sacked or missing wide open players. I mean, we can't do simple stuff that's going to beat us. It just has to be straight up complimentary football. And like I said, to me, this is a good game. It's a good team. It's a good hell of a good team we're going up against. That's very talented. This is a test for the whole team. It's a test for Taylor Heineke to see if he can really hang with the big boys. He played okay against the Giants and San Diego. You're going against a dog now. You're going against a team that was considered Super Bowl competitive. So this is a test for him. Let's see what he can do. This is a big test for this whole team, and I'm excited to see what's going on. But I have a feeling if Wishicall is playing, what's the boy's name, man? The slot receiver. Slot receiver from Buffalo, man. It's
You talking about
Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley.
yeah.
That,
I'm not
when you
sure.
talking about a matchup, I think he's playing.
I'm not sure. I definitely need to check back on that as far as what is the injury status for this game. Come
If he's playing, that's going to be a problem. That means Kendall Fuller going to have to strap him the whole game and stay with him the whole game.
Yeah, he definitely has to step up too. I've been very admiring him in the nickel format, but so far he hasn't been really doing a bang up job. He just has to step up in some way, shape, or form. I mean, now you're in the
The
slot.
whole defense.
Yeah, the whole defense has to step up. You have to get some blitzes. Some blitz have to happen. The defensive front has to, and I mean it's imperative. They have to penetrate the offensive line in some way, shape, or form. They just have to. You can't keep allowing these guys to keep just go ahead and hold you up. Letting Josh Allen stay in the pocket for more than 5 to 7 seconds. That's not effective at all. It's not effective at all. So I guess we'll see how it is on Sunday. More updates will come as the week progresses. All right, now it's time for one of our newest segments this season is hot takes from the hog. So only have two hot takes this week.
Go ahead.
This week, Buffalo is Taylor Heineke. I think Taylor Heineke will reach his mark with 3 touchdowns. I think it can happen. He almost had 3 touchdowns last week. So, I predicted him to have 3 touchdowns last week. I think he can do it this week. So I'm calling, Taylor Heineke to get 3 touchdowns and getting another 300 yards against
Okay.
Buffalo. Another hot take is I think Antonio Gibson will hit his 100-yard mark this game. As far as rushing, not all purpose, rushing yards. I think he's going to hit his mark with this. I don't. The Bills defense has good passing defense. Their rushing defense is not so great. So this will be a test to see how Antonio Gibson can be utilized, barring if it's actually his injury, with the shoulder injury, to see whether if he's going to be actual game time decision or is he actually going to play full time. And I guess we'll have to see about that. All right. All right. Next is relax. Grab a Heineke. Taylor Heineke had his first comeback win. Honestly, I really like this. I really like this guy. Taylor Heineke is definitely showing that he is there for the job. It's too early to call it so far, but I definitely think if this kid keeps progressing and producing like he has been, I think he can be the face of this franchise. I think that it can happen, but that end of the tunnel is far. But it can, but it can happen. It can happen if he keeps progressing the way he does, and if he actually, wins. If he helps us win this the NFC East, and even making the playoff stretch, I definitely think he's going to be our starting quarterback next year. Just no doubt about it. You don't allow this kid to make a change, almost win the game against Tom Brady, playoff game, almost knocked the Super Bowl champs off last season in the playoffs. You give him another shot, and then this season he wins. He helps you win the NFC East title again, the NFC East title again, and possibly win another win a playoff game. You just can't not have him to come back and extend his contract. You just can't. But again, like I said, this is a business. So I guess we'll see what happens. But I'm very interested to see how this season unfolds with Taylor Heineke being on the center now. With the unfortunate injury with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Champ, where do you see this kid so far? Like, where's the ceiling at?
Oh man, that's a good question. Where is it selling at? It's hard to tell because, like I said, man, you know how I am, man. I'm not a person that falls in love with players quick. You know how I go. I go back and watch a lot of highlight films and everything, and I look at every single detail. Can he ball? Straight up, no question about it. Like you said, his accuracy is decent. It can get better, and I feel like it will get better due to more timing with the players in the first string because he hasn't taken too many first string snaps. Once Fitzpatrick is supposed to be our guy. Like you stated, I'm still want to see more out of him. I'm all about consistency. I'm not expecting this dude to come out there and throw for 300 yards every game. I really don't want him to do that. to throw for 300 yards a game. He shouldn't have to if we run complementary football and run the ball and everything like that. It's about the mental mistakes. It's about seeing him progress, just like we had to see Kirk do it every week. We've seen Kirk progress every week and get better. I want to see the same thing. And the sky is not the limit for him. We just don't know because the kid he's a playmaker quarterback. You can see it in him. He makes some good plays. He can scramble. Like I said, I love his pocket. His pocket presence is crazy. Like he moves in the pocket like goddamn on Russell Wilson. Dog. Like if y'all actually watch Russ and then go back and watch him, he does the exact same head moving, body weaving, holding the ball, ready to launch it. The kid is fun to watch. He makes the offense and the team fun to watch as well. So let's just see how things go. And like I said, man, 1 W down. I want 9 more. Just give me 10 wins, man. That's all I want from this team. That's progression for me overall.
All right, I'm all for it. Also, Heineke Heineke was asked in the press conference earlier today if he is looking to sign an endorsement with Heineken. Heineken came out and said that they aren't in no shape or form looking to have Taylor Heineke as a spokesman for Heineken. But Bud Light has been interested. Bud Light pretty much said, "Hey, hey, I mean, it's out there. You just got to give us a call." And just recently, about 10 minutes ago, as an update, Taylor Heineke has signed his endorsement with Bud Light. So,
Hey,
yeah.
hold on. If you sign with Bud Light, you know what's going to happen though. I'm just hypothetically thinking about it. You know how Burger King and KFC they all come out with their chicken sandwiches and they be making fun of the other jokes. I see
Yeah.
Bud Light making fun of Heineken, the Heineken beer with Heineken.
Oh yeah, you
Man,
already know it's coming. You already
man,
know
I'm
it's coming.
for the dude, man. Get your money, man. Get your money.
Yeah,
That's all you
definitely
can
get your
get.
money. He's been holding out. The funny thing is, he purposely held out of Bud Light just to see if Heineken was going to swoop him up. Heineken said no, and Heineken was like, "All right, cool. I get it. All right, bet. Well, I signed on a dotted line, and he's now officially signed on the Bud Light now. So, good job. Like I'm glad to see things working out with his kid. He is an ODU, an Old Dominion University native. Used to be quarterback for ODU. So, it's great to see him. Finally being able to get a chance. From being on the practice squad in Carolina to being in the XFL to now getting a second chance in the NFL, and is doing rather well so far. So,
It's his time. You gotta
yeah,
want it.
exactly. If it's time, you gotta want it, and he wants it, and you can see it on the field as weeks go by. So, definitely congratulations to Taylor Heineke. All right, cold takes from the champ.
I have
Champ,
a
what do you
few.
got for us this week?
My first one, cold take, is where the hell is the defense? Have you seen it? The defense has been back of a milk carton. Back in the old days in school, when you be like missing bodies, the defense is missing. Where the hell is it? You guys got to test up against John Allen and the Buffalo Bills this Sunday coming up, man. This is a test for that defense, and I know Buffalo's gonna come with it. We got to come with it. And for my second cold take is Ron, when are we going to get this together? Plain and simple. Because this team still looks like they're still trying to figure itself out. And like I said, I think we're supposed to be a running team, but it seems like we're a passing team now. I'm trying to figure out what the exact identity of this team is. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, Taylor Heineke to me shouldn't have to be passing the football almost 50 times in a game. That's just horrible. He should be 30 to 35 times. It should be good enough for him.
Not even that. I mean, when you got Antonio Gibson, you kind of got. I'm only expecting to see 25 to 30 passes a game. That's just me.
I feel you, but your dude is not reliable. Like I said, I'm iffy on him. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Another update is the names for the Washington football team has dwindled down to 4 names. So right now they have this. Now there's 4 names. They haven't released the names. They haven't released the names as far as what names is on the board yet. But I think the Red Wolves is one of the names. I have a feeling. It's a no brainer. It's common sense to know that if the Red Wolves is able to get down to like the what was it before, like the final 7 or something like that, and now there's 4. I don't know. By hopefully by the middle of the season they figure this thing out, and in 2022 we will have a brand new identity. I ain't gonna lie. The Washington football team actually, it stuck on me a little bit. It grew on me. It grew on
Like
me.
I said,
And
this
I'm
fan
not
base
gonna
is
lie.
not going to. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. My
No,
bad. Go
I'm
ahead.
saying no. I said I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss calling them WFT. I'm gonna miss, the HTT WFT. I'm gonna miss the Washington football team. Damn sure going to make sure I save this jersey behind me. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm all for it. I'm all for the new name and the new branding and things like that. So I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for 2022 and see what's the new name.
I mean, like I said, hopefully they'll let us know the new name either by New Year's or after the season, man. But I think this fan base is not going to care if this team is winning.
Yeah,
So
uh,
I'm just going to keep it a stat. If they winning, hell with it. Whatever they want to call the team.
right. Another news. We was talking about a little bit about this earlier. There are more running back. They have been working out more running backs. They haven't signed anybody yet, but they have been working out some running backs. To possibly add to the either the practice squad or to the actual roster, depending on how things go with Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson has been having a shoulder injury. He has been limited in practice all week so far. So I mean, I guess we'll see what has been the update, from there. So I get why you should have a fail safe plan, so I'm not totally against it. I'm not totally against having a fail safe plan. But I think that there are more things that needs to happen rather than worrying about this running back situation. And that is, like you said earlier, this linebacker situation. Not taking anything away from Jared Norris, but I just think that right now, with the amount of linebackers that's in the free agency, I think we definitely need to take a look at, what is there? Offensive linemen. There are some offensive linemen there, veteran wise, that definitely we can use right now. DJ Fluka, he should be available after week 4. So that's one of the things. That's one of the people I actually want to see get picked up. He's been injured. He's been on injury after being released with the Dolphins in the offseason. But DJ Fluka will be available after week 4, hopefully, barring his injury. So it's just there's other places on this team right now that needs to be improved, and I don't think running backs really need to be improved right now. But I do understand the fail safe for just in case if Antonio Gibson does get injured that shoulder even more either during practice or in this game against Buffalo. Um, uh, Last but not least, the Hog side loves to support the community. Not only that, we love to support community, support local businesses. And right now, the Hog side is looking to, partner with a few local businesses. We have Royal Elite Travels. We have Royal Elite Travels by the none other than Ashante. She's a travel agent, and right now she is working on an incentive package as a prize for the end of the season of the Hog side. So, if you guys looking to get on a trip, please stay tuned. More updates will be talked about as far as this incentive trip. Who doesn't love a free trip, right? I know I love a free trip. I like going on vacations. I don't know. I don't know. Champ, do you like to go on vacations too?
Yeah, I need one right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I need one.
We all need a vacation right now. James Chocolate Truffles actually is a business ran by myself. And then we have Sue 365. That means stay up every day. That is by DJ. He had to run out. He had to run earlier. He runs the business. It's a clothing line in the DMV area, and he's also is going to make an exclusive HOGside shirt for us. So it's going to be great. It will be available for sale. It will be available for sale, so definitely stay tuned. And last but not least, Jam Dung Jamaican Restaurant in DC is one of the best Jamaican spots in DC, actually. Is looking to partner with the Hog Side as well. So it's great. We love to just support local businesses and things like that. So it's great to see, some businesses that wants to partner with us and just make the community better. So
Hey, yeah, support each other. Black businesses all day, man. I'm down for that.
all day, every day, all day, every day. I mean, like I said, I love food, I love travel, I love chocolate. You know what I'm saying? So it's and I love free clothes. So who doesn't love those things, right? Um,
Let's
ah,
go. My favorite topic here. Let's
yeah,
go.
favorite
Let's go.
topic,
Let's
bold
go.
predictions.
Go ahead.
Um,
You got it all.
bold prediction. All right, here's a bold prediction for you. Stephon Diggs will be held under 100 yards receiving Sunday. I believe it. I'm calling
He
it.
was held on. I think he was held on 100 last week.
That's because he had Xavier Howard. So I'm interested to see how this defense fare out, against
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, But yeah, like I said, um, yeah, Stephon Diggs will be held under, 100 yards receiving, no touchdowns. It's my bold prediction.
Okay. And what else? What was the other bold prediction?
My other bold prediction is Washington will win by 14.
Wow.
Washington will
That
win by 14.
my bold prediction. Taylor Heineke will probably throw for 300 yards again. Uh, Terry McLaurin's going to score a touchdown for sure. And my score prediction 24-21. I'm gonna say F.
Hmm. Okay.
It's gonna come down to your man Hopkins. Hey, that should have been another coach. Like, why the hell is he still on this damn team? Hey, I messaged you soon he missed that jump. I was like, dog, cut him. Even when he redeemed himself, I was
Yeah.
like, son, I can't trust
Yeah.
you to kick a game winning field goal, son.
I
Oh
don't. Yeah.
no,
I don't care. It was a 41 yarder. I expect you to make that, but I don't
he got
expect you to make
oh,
anything further than that. So it was
bro, it
like,
was a 48. He made a 49 yarder, and then he made a 36 or 37, and then when it's time for him to kick that game winning field goal, it was 48 yards,
facts,
and he
facts.
curved that jump right. When he curved that jump, I swear, I wish you could see me. When it
Yeah.
was time for us to kick that game winning field goal, I was like this the whole time. Because I was like, dog, he's going to do what he did when he was in London, son. When it's crucial time, for some reason, he cannot kick that jump to nail it straight down the middle, dog. That jump, his kick always
I
goes to
think.
the right, like it's about to hit the field goal post.
I think
He
he would
got
have.
the
I think
game.
he would have been on the hot seat if he missed the game winning field goal twice.
Man, he got the go,
I
man.
think
I
he'll
can't
be on.
touch him.
I definitely think he'll be on the hot seat. So any final words, Chip?
Uh, no, make sure everybody stays safe, man. Enjoy watch football and everything, man. And I hope to get to meet some of the fans that's watching the show. Hopefully, if y'all going to the games, man, please let us know, man. I'd like to link up with y'all, man. It's It's a fan thing. It's family. I'm all about that. So that's cool. Otherwise than that, bro, man, nothing else. Let's end the show.
Alrighty, well, you guys already know what it is. The HOGside is brought to you by Velocity Sports. You can join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for all of your WFT updates, news, and predictions. You can follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook at the HOGside. Shout out to the local businesses again: James Chocolate Truffles, Sue 365, Jam Dung Jamaican Restaurant, and the lovely Nashante Keena, my lady.
No, thank
Of
you.
Royal Elite Travels. For all your travel needs, if you guys looking to travel, definitely hit her up. Royal Elite Travels. Definitely, you can definitely visit the Hog Side on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for more information on how to connect with Royal Elite Travels. All right. You guys know what it is. I am CJ the Hog. This is DMV the Champ Brian, and we wish you good night.
Good night.